The fancy sash? I don't know what you call that thing. I assume that that has a proper name if you're into, I don't know what that would be. I'm trying to think of what it would be in horse stuff. Like, what is the name? Is it the bridle? It's not the bridle, because he's got all of that stuff on him. So I don't know what you would call that, or if that's just a decorative, if it's just a sash. I don't know if you guys can hear me all right. Anyway, the point is, with all the intricate designs on there, it feels so bard-like to ride a reindeer. Audio's okay? Fantastic. We'll find out if we get Robogath tonight, or if my Wednesday solution of turn it off and back on again is enough to fix things. I still have not found an elegant solution to tuning the volume up loud enough for you guys to hear in the game without distracting me from how loud it gets. So that'll be a problem solution for another day. Today I'm streaming to Twitch again, so we can see if that was the culprit, or if it was literally just, oh, you rebooted your hardware. That was all that Robogath was. And if we're good this week, then I can start tinkering with some more stuff next week. Good evening, Peaches. How are you? Oh, I never thought about this being Veterans Day weekend. Tomorrow is Veterans Day indeed. I always recall that because it is also my mother's birthday. So I'm always buying a gift around this time of year. Hey, Rain. Gonna ride around and play some tunes. We're actually gonna go talk to Valerine right away. I'm gonna wait till 9 o'clock though, make sure people get a chance to stream in. See what she's got for us, because I think her next mission has us going southbound from here, but I want to head down to Falkreath today, because we've got a couple of quests down there to do, and I don't think I've convinced the Jarl there to allow the East Empire to operate. Oh, almost ran off the cliff. Oh, that was weird. There's like some sort of bug in the terrain here where, where I just went into the world. Sledrick in chat tonight. Thanks for being here with us. I am playing while I ride. Isn't that awesome? That is one of my... It was when Imperial, who does a lot of our implementation, first implemented it. This became my favorite feature of the whole mod. And it was funny because this wasn't in for the longest time in Bard's College. We were just going to have you stand still and play the music animations, and then he was not satisfied with that and started figuring out how to do some custom behavior files, and then eventually got to this point, and it was like, this is the best thing ever. This is now the best part of Bard's College, and it almost didn't make it. You can even jump. I've never tried that before. You can even do a mount jump while playing. Don't even miss a note. Yeah, my favorite things in here are the playing while mounted, playing while stealth, where you go quiet, and then the fact that you switch to combat music if you get caught in the middle of combat. It's all fantastic. All right. Let me hit record so we can get this thing for a future Let's Play edited series. Welcome everybody. We are on day 4 of our Kinggath Creation Skyrim playthrough, where we're playing through East Empire and Bard's College expansion, and hopefully some more stuff by the time I reach the end of this. Let me see if I can remember how... There we go. I'll put away the loot. There we go. And I wanted to switch to first person. There we go. That's funny. It's so funny. I have my controls set differently for Fallout 4, Skyrim, and Starfield. So I always just get them all mixed up.
Oh yeah!
I am constantly juggling between them. Z Games, thank you for the donation. Z Games says, do you think we may see a settlement style mod from you and your team for Skyrim, or is that even something you'd want to do? I don't know. So it's definitely... Wow, I swear I get hiccups every single time I stream. It's just part of the job, I guess. We have talked about it for sure, about, you know, what would that look like, and the concern is always that it'll feel really janky because we don't have a UI for it, and we don't have a good build mode for it. So if you've played with the, I can't remember the name of the mod. Is it Campfire? Campsite? There's a camping mod that has a placement system, and it's really impressive, but even that is just, it just feels a little off, and it's, especially when you compare it to something like Fallout 4's build mode. So I think the only way it would make sense to do that kind of settlement system, like a building thing, would be with, we would have to get Bethesda support, and I don't think that they're going to offer us that kind of support to do something that depth. So I would say if we did anything settlement, like, it would be very similar to what other mods have already done, which is kind of the Hearthfire build method, where you're choosing from menus, or similar to the way HQ works in Sim Settlements 2. That would probably be the closest we could get to it, and that was a bear to make, so I don't know if we're up for trying to replicate that in a more neutered system like the Papyrus that's in Skyrim. So not yet, but it's not off the table. We have a few more ideas we want to tackle in Skyrim yet still, and then we'll see where we're at, because a lot of that will come down to, you know, where are we at as a team, what are we working on next, is TES 6 out, you know, there's a lot of things that could factor in whether we'll hit that, but we have a couple of ideas that are not settlement related in Skyrim that we want to do still. So, and then of course now we're juggling in Starfield stuff, and, you know, my baby Fallout 4 still needs me. So Nick Carter, can you sprint through NPCs while mounted? I don't know. I'll have to check on that. I'll check on that next time we get on our horse. But let's go talk to Mistress Valerine and get our next quest. Why is a follower glowing? So when you play music, you buff your companion, and they gain, depending on the instrument you're using, they will gain a boost to their regen. So whether it's health, magic, or stamina. So in the case of the lutes, giving blue notes to indicate magic or regen. So obviously that doesn't help Lydia. We've been talking about doing a patch to make it so that we could introduce some sort of, I don't know if they'd be custom enchantments or custom instruments or something, to where you could choose the buff. So you could have, you know, oh, I want a health buff with my lute instead because I like the sound of the lute, but I also don't care for a magic or regen. I'm not using a magicka follower. Yes. Wake up, Valerine. It's time to get to work.
Yes, I do have something. The college has been commissioned to mediate a dispute. However, I've little time to deal with it myself, so I'm offering this emissary contract to you. From what I understand, it appears to be a rather tedious matter of family inheritance. The client, a trader by the name of Shakar, wants the family to come to terms before the situation descends into violence. Does this sound like something you can accomplish?
Get to work with our buddy Shakar.
Really? Well, good for you. Such prior relationships are often helpful. Siblings arguing over who inherits the family farm, as I understand. The client will provide additional details before you meet the family. He's a merchant with the East Empire Trading Company. It would appear that this particular dispute is getting in the way of a potential trade deal. I suppose each individual has their reasons for trusting us to resolve their complaints. But the simple answer is that no one else can or will. At least not in a bloodless manner.
I like that Sir Rick, our writer, insists on just letting you tell the NPCs to piss off.
Glad to hear it. Your first step will be to meet with the client. I believe he should be waiting for you near the Whiterun stables. Bear in mind, this is your first official assignment as an emissary of the Bard's College. But I have every confidence you will do the college, and I, proud.
Okay. Let's go down out. Here we go. There's a door around here somewhere. Okay, so we need to hit up a few different places here. We got to get to Whiterun. We got to get down to, I believe it's Orange Drum is down here. So a bunch of stuff down in Falkreath. We have this dungeon here. We're going to go to Falkreath proper to convince the Jarl. And I think he also summoned us at some point. And then we've got to clear out Halder's Cairn for the drum. So 3 things we can do down there. So I guess And we've got 3 different things. We've got a whole bunch of stuff here we could do. Okay, so I think what we'll do, I kind of want to just go like in order here. I feel like this is a nice little path. So maybe we'll start with clearing out Orithime here. Well, the problem with that is, I guess I can fast travel. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not doing a RP playthrough where I need to have sensible travel. Although I gotta say, watching Gopher's playthrough lately of Leonard going through Bard's College has been very enjoyable to watch him make sense of it all. Like, he would never just like fast travel from here to here. He might do it off camera, but he talks about, he's very careful about planning out his travel, which is really entertaining. I digress. Alright, so I think we're gonna fast travel here, wander to here, and then we'll kind of bounce our way around the map here. And I assume at some point here I'm going to trigger the next quest in the main quest here. Oh, dude, we already cleared this place out and cleared it. Hey, buddy.
How can I help a brother Nord?
Oh, wow. You get quite the eye there, buddy. That's right, we did claim Dead Man's Respite. Good to see that working. Speaking of, we had a East Empire expansion patch that went out this last week, and it had quite a lot of patch notes where a lot of things got fixed up. Oh, there's our reindeer. And one of those things was to make these flags a little more reliable. I know that for some folks they'd show up empty, or they might show up way late, and so we just simplified them so they just show up as soon as you capture the place, just to make it very clear. None of this having to leave and come back to make sure that they actually spawn. Just an easy way for people to be sure that everything went correct, because I know we get a lot of concerns that something isn't working because the way it was set up originally, and it was, sometimes it would work. It was designed that the flags would appear after you left the area, to be as if there was some time passage, but it ended up being just cleaner to get that to show up. Those to show up immediately as just like an in-game sign, like, hey, that worked. Okay, how do we get... I'm guessing I gotta get up on top of this cliff here. You know what? I'm doing this all wrong. We need to... Nope, that's not what we want. We want Bard's loot. Now it's going to dismount me. This is a engine limitation. Before we show off your mount. Alright. Let's see, do I need to... Huh, what's going on here? There it goes. Okay, so if you, I'm trying to remember my controls. How do I zoom out here? Okay, I need to be in this mode. Oh, can't remember my keys. Let's see, this. Nope, that's not what I want. I'm trying to remember for the life of me. How do you control the third-person camera? You hold the third person button and then move one of the sticks, but I don't know which one. You know what, here, let's try this. Let's go pull out our weapon. Or, I'm sorry, put away our weapon. Okay, let's go hold this. There it goes. Okay, you just can't do it while you're playing the instrument, that's right. We had this, I actually put in a request to Bethesda to try and fix it. We know why it happens, it's just, alright, so if you want to ride and play, you have to start playing first and then mount your loot. Or mount your mount. Mount your mount. Get on your mount. There we go. And now we're ready to ride off. And now we switch to combat music. Get him, Lydia. Here we go, a path. I don't know if this is actually a path, or we're just going to use it as one. And you can inspire yourself, too. What do we got here? Oh, we found a bear, too. We're going to jump right back into combat? Yep. Oh, man. He just nuked my health there. Don't stop, reindeer. Go, go, go. Oh god. Oh god. I feel like I'm totally lost now. I'm just riding around the mountains, as you do in Skyrim. I think this is one of the things that makes the world feel so much bigger is how much time you spend just kind of wandering the edges of the mountain, trying to figure out your path to get to your objective that looks like it's right next to you. Whoa. No. Sorry, reindeer. Oh, no. Why are you doing that? Did I kill my reindeer? I just picked right back up playing. Ridiculous. Okay, I have no idea how to get up there. Oh, but now we're entertained with some music and some silly fall animations. Welcome, Captain. This is a notification when leaving every dungeon to remind me to put a relic in the chest and fill her up. Yeah, now I mean, I will say using the, that's a common problem I have even playing in some settlements with salvage beacons and with salvage beacons by itself, is I always forget to use them, so I agree with that. I don't know what the best solution is, because it feels, I hate doing corner notifications. Like, I like it if it's reaction to doing something, but when it's not, it always just feels, I don't know, doesn't feel good. I need some other mechanism to remind the player. Maybe we can add like a chime to it. I don't know what would be the immersive explanation for why the relic chimes in your inventory when you leave a dungeon, but here we go. Oops. No, I want to get off the mount. There we go. All right. Did the thing give up on us? Yeah, I went back. Alright. Now let's head on in.
Oh.
Hey, Lydia made it. Fantastic. Hello, sir. You look like the Dragonborn. I just elbowed him in the crotch. That was quite the animation there. I don't know why my character went so low. Oh, oh, oh. I guess I should re-equip my shield here as well. Oh yeah, that's right. We can just take everybody's clothes. Now we're talking about relics here, making some money. We just load everything into the pot. Well, I think it'll let me do that. I don't see why not. It's not a cooking pot. Let's go ahead and give you... Oh, I gotta buy some more of these. You cannot equip inside one. No, I don't want to equip one. I want to store it. Alright, what kind of garbage do we have here? 5 iron daggers. Oh, that's right. We stole Norland's helmet. Whoops. Alright. How much of this done? Can we sort by weight? Or no, was that a Fallout 4 feature that they added? It wasn't in the base game? This is why you guys look at me like I'm crazy when I don't use Sky UI, right? Because that's probably a feature in that. Alright, let's find some stuff that's heavy that I'm not going to use anyway. I'm not exactly doing any crafting on this character. There's a whole lot of weight with Dwemer stuff. Have a fork, guys. need the refined moonstone for making resonance crystals, so I'll hang on to that. I guess I should take back... let's see here. I should take back the moonstone in general, for that matter. Did I have any moonstone? Oh no, I didn't give many. Okay. Alright, so we should be good there. And then I don't need any of that stuff, so we're going to put it up for sale. And we've been trying to send everything to Whiterun. Oops. Oh, this is a little bug. I don't know if this is fixed in the current build that we just uploaded or not. Yes, use this location. Okay. Now what we should be able to do is if we find more stuff and we put it in a different container, it should kind of combine them all together in a sense, and then we should get back one of our relics. I believe that's how we have it set up. If not, that's how I would like it to work, and we will have to do that in a future patch. We'll go add this shield to the pot. This is a very impressive pot. It can hold so many things. Nope, I don't want to store it, and actually I want to put that. There we go. Nick Carter, you don't have full sword on? I don't think so, because this character I started new just for this playthrough. So I don't have many shouts yet. So like you guys have seen pretty much everything I've done with this character. I think I did the intro of the game. Wait, did he just one-shot me? He did. He just totally wrecked me. Went from full health. You know, watch Lydia get some revenge. I was not prepared for that. Alright, well, we're gonna let Lydia run ahead of us then, if we're gonna get one shot by enemies in here. Oh yeah, we can take all this stuff.
Time to get lost, friend. Here's something.
There we go. Yeah. Take him down. Take him down. Okay, messed me up. Let's go in the back, taking cheap shots. Uh-oh.
It'll be so much easier to roll when you're
No, we did it again. I guess I gotta get some magic out or something, or some bow, or a bow.
Huh?
What was that?
So funny, the first few guys just totally destroying him and that chief. Too powerful.
Do your worst. I cannot bet.
Is someone there?
Nobody's here. Don't worry about it. We're cool, Bandit Chief.
Over here. Rip your heart out. Can't wait to count out your
Whoop.
What are you doing?
Damn you!
We really need to go get the heal other spell. So I can just keep Lydia up and running. Come on, take him down. Take him down here. Get him, Lydia. Alright, this time we got him. There we go. Alright, I know there's one more over here. There we go. take vengeance on your little archer friend. Okay, now let's find a container and dump all this stuff. Another thing, we can put way too much stuff we can cram in here. Alright, oops. Stash you. Oh, he gave me a enchanted weapon. That is probably why he wrecked me. And I think we had some armor as well. Alright, and then I think we determined I at least can get rid of all this crazy Dwemer stuff, which is weighing me down. There we go. And then the most important piece, East Empire Relic. And this time we'll actually save after we do all this. Alright, let's change the to, change the at to Whiterun, close the menu, and save. There we go. Oh, this is a tiny little dungeon. Okay, that was the boss immediately. No. Okay, so there's a funny thing I've seen a lot of people do that I think we're gonna do to poor Shakar and friends. We'll let the East Empire hand touch the beacon. Okay, good. I remember it all. There we go. Yeah, so it ties it all together in the same shipment automatically. So you can see it configured itself to match the other one that was here already. Oh, I also see I missed some stuff hidden back here. You're gonna get the dog Miko follower. You can have him and Lydia at the same time. Ah. Yeah, I haven't, I'm gonna hold off on installing other mods for a while, for the same reason I do on my SS2 playthrough, is it makes it way easier for me to send this over to the team for bug fixing if we run into an issue during the playthrough, knowing that whatever we ran into is either a base game issue or something that we have broken, so. There we go, Ortheim claimed. Now, I mentioned that the flags will appear immediately. I don't have the new patch of East Empire installed. I didn't get it onto this computer yet. It's on my other one. But you guys should see it if you see the update in the creations menu. Okay, we want to go to the map here. And let's head over to the East Empire camp. Oh, Miko's vanilla. I didn't know there was more than one dog follower. I know there's the what's his name? Was it Barnaby? What's the one that's near Falkreath that like is a Daedra basically? That's the one I was thinking of. Oops, no, we don't want this. We want to get off here. Barnabas? Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. I didn't remember. I don't remember ever seeing Miko. Is that vanilla as in it's in part of Anniversary Edition now, or was that in the very base game and I just don't remember? Oh, we got to level 1. Look, our outpost leveled up. Which means we should have a nice pile of gold in here. Hell yeah. Alright, do we have any deliveries? We do. Okay, let's give all this stuff. I want you to sell all this stuff.
Of course.
Oh, you know what? I don't think this is stuff we sent, because I don't remember ever picking up any of this stuff. I think this is our cut. I think we're getting a bunch of loot. We need to tell them to take our cut and just sell it all. Oh, we got a random legendary out of the deal. I'm gonna call them legendary. I guess enchanted item. Again, too much time playing the other games. All right, did we get some more random? Oh, that thing, the random trash we used during the tutorial. Oh, I gotta buy some more relics too. Remember to do that while we're here. I don't know what madness ore is for. That's from one of the new things, right? That's from one of the, what do you call it? The Creation Club things. All right, deposited those. We're going to, oh no, see, this is place it in the delivery container, which we don't want. So I don't know where all that stuff came. Maybe I just sent it to myself and I forgot. All right, let's see what you got for sale. It is base game. Miko is base game. Wow. Where do I find Miko? South Solitude by the sawmill. Okay, I was right over there. That's where I started the episode at. I was hanging out by that sawmill. Yeah, we'll take all of these, I think. We just gave, oh, you know what? What am I doing? Let's take advantage of the thing that they gave us. Yeah, I know you don't remember me, lady, but I've got a ring to prove it.
Next time. Of course.
Let's get a little discount on these. There we go, 1287 down from 1500.
Good.
Actually, I have it on my list to get one of our artists to create a custom ring for this. Now that we have more ability to do that, man, getting new art into East Empire. Oh, good job, Lydia. Was a challenge. So when we did East Empire expansion, it was before the VC program had officially launched, and we were working to create a launch title for it. And we had to do everything by the books. Everything was done the same way as with Creation Club, which meant that everything had to go through the official art pipeline. You had to have all the original 3D Max files. No using NifScope. It was very difficult. To get the couple of new meshes we have in this was very difficult. But now that we've got a little more free range to use our own tools, it should be a little easier to get more content added to East Empire in the future. All right, let's talk to Shakar here.
Ah, my friend. Shakar is waiting to meet with another, but he always has time for you. This news is both wonderful and surprising. But this one should not be surprised. You are, after all, one who works in many fields. Yes. Shakar will now tell you what he wishes done. This is correct? I am unfamiliar with bardic procedures. Perhaps Corin should have been the one to handle this. What Shakar wants is for you to meet with a brother and a sister. They have lost their father and mother, and now argue over inheritance. They dispute over who should possess the family farm. I do not ask that you sit in judgment of them, only that you guide their discussions away from strong emotions. Help them to find common ground, and to keep a civil tongue in their mouths. Yes. The Gracials are breeders of cattle. It is said the meat of these beasts is the most succulent in all of Tamriel. Whether or not this is true, it does not matter. That people say it is enough to give it value. Shakar wishes to gain access to this resource, so that the East Empire may sell it outside of Skyrim's borders, bringing great profit to all. However, if the Gracials do not resolve their problems, I fear there will be no farm. No farm, no cattle. No cattle, no profit.
You know, you guys were asking if we would do a settlement mod Skyrim. What if we did what if we brought the Brahmin Baron to Skyrim? We'll do a cattle raising tycoon game. That could be fun.
They are a private family, and of them I have not learned much. Malana Gracion, she is the younger and currently resides at the farm. From our brief interactions, she seemed quite level-headed. Enbioff is the elder, recently returned from travels, and has attempted to lay a claim to the farm. He seemed flamboyant in temperament. You give credit where perhaps it is not due. Shagar has experience in the art of making deals, this is correct. But these siblings, their thoughts are focused elsewhere. They have no care for future profit when their present is chaotic and uncertain. That is why another, one skilled in mediation when tempers run hot, must take on this duty. Gladdened I am to hear this. The siblings meet at the Bannered Mare in Whiterun. You shall find them there, and then you shall make all well again. Yes.
Okay, so now we get to try and resolve the infamous quest in Bard's College that gets everyone hung up, trying to figure out how to convince these two. I found a way by accident one time when I was playing through. We all acknowledge on the team that this is the weakest of the emissary quests because it's way too much too early. Like, you've just barely gotten your head wrapped around the emissary system, and then all of a sudden you're dealing with two people at once. It ended up being way too complicated for an early mission. Like, this would have been, if we were going to do like I think the entire quest series is like 7 quests long. If we were going to do this kind of complicated thing, we would have needed like a 10 quest chain, and this should have been like the 7th or 8th. Like, just to make sure you get every like sub piece of that. Like, we should have first trained you to keep one person level-headed and balance their emotions, not 2 people at the same time. So this was just kind of something that we didn't catch in that it was so challenging until it was kind of too late to rewrite it and re-record it. Lachlan Williams, thanks for streaming. It'll keep me sane while I work with jQuery. Very nice. I used to love jQuery. I haven't worked with it in years though. Just beat the heck out of the siblings with a stake on a branch. That'll teach them. Oh, and you know what I can also remember is to check the inns for bards when we're running through towns. I forgot to do that in Solitude, so we can work on our dueling skills.
Do you get to the Cloud District
Come
very
here.
often?
Come here, buddy.
Oh, what am I
Prepare to
thinking?
be outwitted. Or at least outtaught.
This is one of my favorite voice actors as part of this system.
Care to wager? 25 septims seems a fair amount. Don't trip over your tongue now. Just give me a moment. I'll weave a tapestry of insults so grand, it'll leave you speechless. Tsk, from the Blackwood Company, I've seen better decorum.
Oh, no. Oh, we just got another cultural insult. We definitely don't have that one. We have hardly any. Look at how few of these we have. We need some more retorts.
Well, that was something. But I'm afraid it missed the mark entirely. Come now. Don't keep me waiting. Yeah? Well, you smell like skeever. Ah, it's my turn. Brace yourself. You've all the charm of a hag raven and half the beauty.
It's funny because I always know the responses from having tested this for so long and helped implement a lot of it that I just know them all. I can pretty much name them all by heart at this point, but we don't have the one ending in broody.
I see what you were going for. But might want to work on your delivery. Come now. Don't keep me waiting. Yeah? Well, you smell like Skeever. Time to show you how it's done. I'd call you a witless worm, but I
We're
wouldn't
getting a
want to
draw
insult
here.
worms.
But I did learn a couple of new insults, so that's awesome.
Well, that was amusing in its own way, but not quite right. We are at an impasse. But no need for disappointment, for our exchange was a testament to our equal prowess. It was a pleasure.
Game room, will there be a pirate or bandit expansion? It would be a cool concept building your own bandit clans or pirate crews. We actually did talk about doing pirates, but realized that without doing some sort of boat mechanic, it would be lame, right? And there's no way you're getting a boat mechanic in Skyrim without massive engine overhaul stuff. Like, there are people who have done boat things, but they're either using script extender or they're very janky. So that one was out. But I don't know about bandits or not. It's definitely not on our radar currently, but pirates we absolutely discussed.
Welcome.
Brian, it's nice when you have high speech and come up with the retorts on your own. Yeah, that is one of my favorite features that we came up with kind of in the 0 hour, where it was like after, and for those of you guys who don't know, Brian was one of our testers early on with Bard's College, and then you guys kept giving the feedback that it was very tough to get the first handful of retorts, and then we came up with that, spontaneously thinking up a retort, like a witty retort comes to you from your speech skill. I really like that as well. That was a good solution. It didn't require us to rework the whole system. I think the other thing we talked about doing, and I think we'll still do this in a patch someday, is have insults and retorts discoverable in the world. So whether it be find them on shelves in books, or pickpocket them from bards, or purchase them from somebody like that, basically ways to stumble upon them. I could also see something that could be fun would be, what if we had a couple of, if you could have a random encounter in bars where sometimes 2 other bards would be dueling and you could just listen to them and pick up all the insults and retorts. That could be fun. Anyway, I would like to add more ways to learn the things.
Care to wager? 25 septims seems a fair amount. It's only natural to be nervous.
Okay, and so now we're going to get some of our new ones that we learned here. So, oh, that guy was Imperial, okay.
Wait, what?
I think the orcs know nothing about Imperial, so that's like a guaranteed win.
Clear the stage! My turn for the spotlight. Your resolve falters. Malakath would not know if to laugh or cry.
Okay, and that was definitely an orc insult. He was talking about Malachi. I don't know that one, so we just grabbed the first one here.
Is that the best you've got? If so, you're in for a rough time. I've had my fun. Now it's your turn.
All right, let's try and learn the... I'm going to use this one a lot, so I can try and learn the retort.
Oh, this isn't what
There's 2 ways to think about these. You can either use the ones you don't know, hoping that they will know it and get you back with it.
Your appearance is so dull, it would ruin even the liveliest guy.
I think I know this one. Or you cannot use it because as soon... Oh, a fitting retort comes to you. I do know it now. That's the mechanic we're talking about. And that's what you could... that would be a reason not to use a certain insult. As soon as you use an insult, your opponent won't use it against you. It's not allowed during the same thing. That's why they disappear. So you can choose not to use some you don't know so that they will use them against you, and then maybe you'll trigger that. That can only happen once per duel.
Think you're clever, do you? I've had my fun. Now it's your turn.
Okay.
An ironic statement.
Aha! Just learned another retort.
So pathetically squirms. Well. It seems I've bested you this round. My turn to take the lead in this little dance. You're as cunning as a thrice concussed troll.
Do we remember that? Do we know that one? We don't. Okay.
Oh, you poor thing. That was just embarrassing. This duel is over. Let us bid farewell, knowing that neither has bested the other this day.
So the Bardic Inspiration, you don't... It's basically an XP system under the hood. So even though we lost the duel, or we tied the duel, we still gain a little bit of skill toward Bardic Inspiration. So it sounded like we won when we got that, but It was just we must have just hit enough other things. So shouting triggers it, reading books triggers it, exploring new locations triggers it. There's a whole bunch of things that trigger it. I'm sure I've explained this every single video because anybody watching for the first time would be confused why I'm suddenly getting Bardic Inspiration. Arctic Nomad, I see you over on Twitch there. Sorry we missed out on the Wednesday stream on Twitch. I was doing an experiment to see if I could figure out where the sound quality issues were coming from, thinking that maybe it was due to the dual stream, but I think we've eliminated that, but we'll find out by the end of this stream if you guys don't run into it. Anyway, Arctic Nomad says, some years ago there was a really cool mod that allowed you to create your own guild where you can recruit members and build an HQ. Well, that sounds awesome. Do you remember what it was called, or does anybody know what he's talking about? Lachlan, you would not love jQuery when it needs to do WordPress backend stuff normally handled by PHP, but the previous dev wrote half the code in PHP and the rest in jQuery. That is always fun. I have a piece of software of my own that I manage that does that, and I can tell where during development I learned certain things, and then I would start leaning heavily into that thing because I was fascinated by it, and then I would switch back to different ways because I was like, well, that wasn't very efficient, or that was kind of a pain. And I could like kind of trace the path through some of my own code like that, where I was jumping between different languages due to learning new tricks.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding
Alright, here's our...
If it's work you're
Sorry, friend, but I'd make for poor conversation today. Then it seems you will be subjected to my conversation after all. Shall we begin this sorry excuse for a drama?
It was pre-SE Skyrim, Arctic says. Brian says maybe it was Soko's guild starter. I don't know if that sounds familiar, Arctic. Simple Lapoto, thanks for the creation kit tutorials. I'm about to release my first mod. Going to be cosplay with your videos. That's awesome. Which game are you making are you making it for Fallout 4 or something else? Because the tutorials should carry over to Starfield, and some of them will work in Skyrim as well.
Milana is just so stuck in her ways. She lacks vision and the temperament to deal gracefully with customers, or anyone else for that matter. And don't let her confident front fool you. She'd keep herself, that farm, and every family secret hidden from the world if she could.
It's so funny that some basic game things amaze me when I see them in Skyrim, because Skyrim feels so old by comparison to what we're playing now. But like, that's not that new of a feature. Like, I can see the shadow of the guy sitting at the fire. I can see like the horned helm on Endball, and I was just thinking like, wow, they had this back in Skyrim, as if the Skyrim is like a 30-year-old game. But yeah, it's hard
because
to
I'm the eldest.
Separate that
I don't
now.
believe that things have changed so much here that doesn't still count for something. And I can take the business to heights that my little sister won't even consider. Then I should wish you good fortune.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
We will drink and we'll sing.
Excuse me, I'm waiting for someone.
Children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives.
Raven, I can't believe I played for 10 years without knowing you could pickpocket someone and kill them by putting poison in their beer. I never knew that, so I've just learned that today. Thank you for the tip, Raven. That's just like the grenade thing in Fallout.
You? You're not what I was expecting. Fine. Time to get this nonsense over and done with. That waste of flesh ran off to join the Legion, rather than work the farm. It's not like he even did much fighting. I hear he spent more time taking in the Empire's culture. Thinks he's living in one of the old sagas. I swear he'd rather be an actor than do any real work. He's not even subtle enough to hide it. How does he expect people to take him seriously running a farm, huh? I've spent my entire life working that land. Father taught me everything there is to know about cattle, and he made it plain that he expected me to take over when he was gone. Brother, the emissary is here. Stop sulking and let's sort this out once and for all.
I don't know if you guys understand how difficult it was to get this quest working. Like, there are so many things with trying to coordinate multiple characters in the same conversation.
We at last have something to agree upon. Still, I say the merchant is wasting his gold.
And there is another thing we agree on. But we should at least give them a chance to break through your stubbornness.
Of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our...
Brother, I swear I will.
Okay, so the trick that I accidentally came up with, and I hope I have this right, is I ended up using one of each. So just to make sure I don't get them wrong, I'm just going to try them in order, and we'll see if that works. And it was explained to me by the person who set it up, is that effectively 2 of these make Milana happy, and 2 make, I can't say his name, Enbjolf happy. And so by doing one of each, you end up kind of centralizing. So you make, so like anything that makes her happy makes him angry, and
Yes.
vice versa.
At least this way my brother might
So then it
finally listen to
neutralizes out.
something other than his own ego.
It's like a point system in the
My
background.
sister knows perfectly well that I am a great listener.
Mother would have none of it. And father? He'd hold up his hand and give us that look.
And we'd know to stop bickering and get on with our chores. Unless we wanted aching backsides.
Opportunities? He ran
that
off
one
to
pisses
watch
her
plays
off.
with the Imperials, while I toiled
Which
to
means it's
keep
gonna
the
make him
farm
happy.
going.
Jealousy does not suit you, sister. I fought and studied hard to earn my respect.
And now we need
culture,
one that's the
and
opposite,
I'm
which
a
I think
better
is going to be
man
this
for
one.
it.
We've spent so much time arguing, we haven't considered other options. We should at least think about it.
So this is the Khajiit's game, is it? Use your honeyed words to trick me into giving up my claim.
So now he's pissed. So now they both have been pissed once. So hopefully this balances out and everyone works out neutral. I don't know if I've got this correct, but that's what I remember doing the one time I got the perfect ending.
That's all I ever wanted. Not to push you out, just to see our family's legacy raised to even greater heights. Shall we talk more of this tomorrow?
Yes. And we should do it at the farm. You should come home. I'll make sure none of the guards threaten to beat you this time. Your assistance has proven quite beneficial. What's more, I'm glad that now I won't have to kill my idiot of a brother over this. Thank you.
I believe the Khajiit had some sort of business opportunity he wanted to discuss. Tell Shakar we'll talk to him soon.
Ta-da!
And
We got the good ending.
I thank you. I dread to think how this would have gone without your help.
This freaking chair is such a cause for problems. So there's a fun little bug, and I think this is definitely a vanilla bug. It's not something we caused, but we see it a lot with this. If you save the game while you're in a cell with somebody who has a package to use a particular piece of furniture, it doesn't have to be a chair, it could be a chair, a bench, a stool, workbench, whatever. When you load into that save, they will start floating away from the piece of furniture up into the ceiling. It's really ridiculous. We also had a problem that, so we placed our own version of a chair here because sometimes the vanilla NPCs would be using the other chair, and for whatever reason, we would take the base chair and we would put it in what's called an alias, which just lets us reference it without messing with the base. Because our goal is always, let's not mess with the base stuff, because if other quests and other mods are messing with it, we don't want to break their content or even impact it anyway. So we like block it off so no one can sit on it. And half the time, the game would just ignore our request to do that. It would just not load it. And then, of course, we had occasionally where there are overhaul mods that change this place and get rid of that chair. So we couldn't even use the vanilla chair to pull off this scene. So sometimes, depending on the mods you're using, this chair may be here, and then there might be a mess of random other stuff, and it might make no sense for these two chairs to be here. So it's a challenge building something using existing spaces in an ecosystem like Skyrim's that's been around for so long, right? There's just so many mods out there that finding empty space is near impossible. Like with Starfield, for McLaren's Outfitters, we took some prime real estate right in New Atlantis, and that's because the game's only a year old and it's only had the modding tools for less than a year, so just hasn't happened yet. There's not a big popular mod that uses that space yet. I'm sure there will be in time, because there's always going to be more mods coming out for any Bethesda game, but we got out there in front, that people will be less likely to choose that spot, knowing that that exists, that's being used by what so far has been a pretty popular mod. McLaren's has been way more popular than I expected it to be. I didn't know that there was as big of an audience in Starfield as there has been so far, based on all the talk, right? You hear, I think this is the thing that's going on in gaming in general right now, is the internet is alight with angry people sharing like negativity about stuff, and it makes it seem like certain games are just DOA, and then in reality there's tons of people playing them. There's just ignore the reviewers and conversation around it.
Ah, you return, bearing good news, yes? This news is wonderful. You are an excellent choice to handle this matter, I think. Your college has provided a service of the first rate. You will convey Shakar's compliments, yes? Now the trader's work begins. Deals must be discussed, papers signed, markets must be found, and buyers enticed. This is the work that Shakar loves best. I bid you a farewell. May the sand beneath your feet be forever warm.
Thank you, Shakar. Alright, it looks like our delivery showed up.
Vampire hunters.
Good, they didn't put it in our container. Let's see if that means we got some more gold. We did. Fantastic. Oh, let's check the ledger. Let's see what's going on. Maybe we'll have some more tips from... Oh, what is that? Map updated. Oh, so the map updates when a new East Empire outpost has been established since last you checked one of these, and that you haven't been to. So they've made 11,000 to date, and we've made 2,900. We've had 2 ore/treasure shipments. We control one site near Whiterun. Okay, so if we were to talk to her...
Of course.
Oh, never mind. It's not going to let me see it. I was going to say, it's because it's the middle of the night. She's actually supposed to... I think she's actually already set up to just kind of hang out at the camp. Oh, they've upgraded the little camp area, too. I think they're set up to... Most of them are set up to go into the inns, but I think the Whiterun one, because they have this little camp here, I think they're just set up to use that at night. But either way, they're not merchants during the evening hours.
Someone stole your sweet.
Okay, so next step... We could go turn that into Valérien, but I think we're going to first go over to... Falkreath. Let's head down there and do that. Quest line here. Do all. Because we have like 2 dungeons, and I want to go to Falkreath proper. And we're going to go to Falkreath first and talk to the Jarl, because if we can convince them,
Where do you want to go?
we'll be able to claim the 2 dungeons we're going to do down there.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Okay. Skyrim is 13 years old. That's true. Holy cow. 13 years tomorrow? Oh, that's right. It was released on like 11/11, right? The old Shady Sands Shuffle. I love that ability. That's such a silly, ridiculous ability. Oh, that's the one I was talking about. Barnabas or Barnaby or whatever. Oh, here comes our friend the courier running over. Yeah, I love that ability to drop grenades in their pockets. It's such a fun, silly, Fallout-y type thing.
Oh well. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road. I was hoping you'd seen it. I guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
I've been looking for you.
What do you got
I've
for
been
me?
looking for you.
It's going to have a bard thing, right?
I have a letter here for
Yeah.
you. It's from the Bard's College in Solitude. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
That was one of my... When the first time I playtested this myself, I was blown away that we managed to piece together that line for that. Because that's a vanilla voice actor. Like, we didn't hire that person. We were just able to piece together a new line for him out of existing dialogue. Okay, we got... I got a note from... Oh, it's under... Sorry, I forget. It's under books. Okay, I want to check all my random letters here. Convincing Skull. No, that's not the one we want. Oh, wait, we haven't... This is our first time in Falkreath, so we don't have a convincing note, but I would like to see the letter from Sledrig. Hope this letter finds you well. The time has come for your next lesson. You know where to find me. Okay. And, oh, and I wanted to look at the map to see where is the new camp that we unlocked. It's not that. It's not Windhelm. I don't think we've even been to Riften yet. No. It must be in Dawnstar? Or Morthal? Oh, it's Morthal. Here we go. No, it's Dawnstar. So I can see the East Empire Camp Dawnstar was established. We just haven't been there yet, so we can't fast travel to it. Alright, let's try and get one set up in Falkreath then. Cephalopod, it's for FO4. Nope. It's a bunch of ascals, which means static collections of fungi covered decaying material. IRL fungi can clean oil spills, absorb metal. List goes on. So those who like nature reclaiming the Commonwealth. Cool. Is that going to be like a workshop mod? You can build those.
Sorry, nothing.
Oh, we got an inn.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here.
You want a drink?
Well, she ran over very
You want a drink?
ready to help. My reputation precedes me, apparently.
Or at least out. Care to wager?
Though I feel like I've done nothing on this character. I'm
seems a fair amount.
It's so weird having started a fresh character, because every time I was testing, I was like level 35, 40, something like that, because I had done half of a full playthrough.
Let's see if your words have any bite, fledgling.
Alright, let's see here. What do we got? So he's Imperial, so I don't remember which one works against him well. We'll try Redguard.
Oh, that's, not, my turn to take the lead in this little dance. Your attempts at wit are as feeble as a farmhand's first love letter.
This one I should know. This one.
Oh, think you're clever, do you?
Indeed.
Show me what you've got.
Okay. Actually, I'm not gonna do these because the novices are so easy. I really just want to have more chances to learn the retorts for things. So actually, if I use this against him, he will know the retort guaranteed, because he's an Imperial. So at least I think he will. It may be a really low chance that he doesn't.
Your standards are as lacking as theirs. My poise is peerless in any forum.
So now we learned that retort.
Impressive, I must say. I surprise even myself.
So there's a lot of strategy to this, which I really like.
You're about to witness the master at work. Your features are enough to turn a sweet roll sour.
Yeah, he has a tattoo. We came, and I don't remember where these the ideas for the different face markings came from. I know Surik did a ton of research on this, but we created a set of faces for each of the different the Bard Duelers that were to give a similar look based on each of the things, so you could tell the difference between. Oops.
Looks like you're not quite cut out for this.
Totally forgot what he said to me, so because I was distracted talking. But anyway, we came up with a unique set of faces that have similar features, so you could start to piece together, like, anybody with like these yellowish tattoos on them are probably Imperials, so, especially because Imperials, Bretons, and Nords, it could be hard to distinguish them, right? They don't have distinguishing characteristics like the Orsimer, the Orcs are obvious, or the Elves are going to be pretty obvious. So we needed something to make the standard European-looking humanoids have something different about them, so you could guess what their culture was without you having to just say in the name. We didn't want it to be like Novice, Nord, Naysayer, or whatever. Okay, let's see here.
Oh, this isn't what I rehearsed for. Time to show you how it's done. A bard moves with elegance, poise. You move like a pregnant cow.
That is another Imperial one. That is actually a reference to something in Oblivion. And one of the devs at Bethesda, when we were telling them about this, they suggested that line, and we turned it into an insult. Something about the pregnant cow. So I definitely don't know that one.
Looks like you're not quite cut out for this dueling business. A stalemate? In the realm of wit and banter, sometimes the scales remain balanced.
Okay, do we have anybody else here?
Strangers like you bring war. I've seen enough war.
Thanks, buddy.
A stalemate? In the realm of wit and banter.
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here?
Who the
Go
heck is
home
this?
to your mother.
This feels like a Creation Club edition.
Why? What are you gonna do? Cry? I don't have to take that from you.
Oh.
Somebody help!
Whoops. No, no. Lydia, take him down. You can't shout in here.
It's nothing. That it? That's your best?
I like that the musician's just unfazed. Oh, you got healed too, huh? Alright, what's going on here? Oh, I'll take all this stuff. Yeah, I'll just take it all. Just leave the robbed body in the back there.
Hey, someone had to take it, right?
That's right.
Boost
It's
is
fine.
responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. I take care of the shrine.
We are at an impasse. But no need for disappointment, for our exchange is a testament to our equal prowess. It was a pleasure.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
I feel like I gotta pay you for the clean up the corpse for me. Nothing? Okay.
You hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me.
War is not new to Falkreath. I've only to...
Yeah, I have no idea what that was from. Like, it didn't. I expected to get a note or something, some sort of miscellaneous objective. But that clearly, like, it felt very. That did not feel base game with the name Nord. That's. I don't think I've ever seen that in the base game. You're still hanging out,
Nope.
huh, Courier?
Sorry. Nothing.
Yes. What? Ah, it's you.
I got your letter. I'm king.
Yes. Well, now we'll see if the
I am the
stories
king of
about you are
Skyrim.
true. There's a group of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with. The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it. Good.
Okay, let's see here. Does your experience make your job difficult? There we go.
While the idea seems dubious at best, it has not at present been entirely ruled out. Speak.
I'll try and persuade.
You expect me to believe that?
Okay, we gotta find
Execute every last bandit. Spare no one.
Alright, we gotta find a... So if we head back, we could either search around, there might be a note laying around. We can also go look for the clue. There will be definitely a clue from Corrin if we go back to the another East Empire camp. What's this? Hey, I'll take that. We've been using a lot of block lately. But I think the note was supposed to be in here somewhere. And I know one of our bug fixes was like, fixes an issue where sometimes the note would be left floating in Falkreath, I believe it said. It was one of their patch notes. I'm not seeing it though. Actually, I wonder if it's in the safe. Alright, let's do this. Quick save. Let's try picking the lock. Oops. There we go. Evidence of bribery. Yeah, we'll take his gold too. He's actually got a lot of good stuff here we could take. But we'll just leave it. Alright, let's go try and intimidate him with this.
Good to see you. Fine. While the idea seems dubious at best, it has not at present been entirely ruled out. Speak.
And I think this is related to the thing about him talking about the bandits. I think this is directly related to that. Like, he acknowledged, like, the deal I had with bandits, and that's evidence of it.
You can't scare me into submission.
And I know that those are tied to something too. Like some of these things, I think I don't know if they're tied to speech skill or what's going on with that, but why I can't. Because this is the second one where I had the clue and it wouldn't let me continue. And that could also
Come and
be...
see me again sometime. I might have some use for you.
I'd have to look in the CK. I really want to look in the CK and see what's going on with that. Actually, I'm going to put that in my notes just to see why that is, and if that's one of the things... Sorry, I'm talking away from my mic. And that's one of the things that got patched, because I know that a couple of our team went through East Empire, and we're just trying to smooth it out, because we made it so long ago. Where's my pen? I always have a pen handy somewhere. Okay, apparently I lost it. Alright, let's grab a new one from over here. Alright. We had somebody go over it, or some people go over it and check for things that could be improved based on our current standards, because we're always trying to evolve our mod making and get closer and closer to what feels right for the game. Coerce option for Falkreath. I'll go take a look at that later. Okay, so we would have to pay him, which I don't have enough money for. So let's see here. What are our options then? Actually, I probably do have enough money now that I think about it, because I just picked up like 500, so I might actually have enough. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I do. All right, we're gonna bribe him just because I want to claim all the places. We'll get the money back in no time since we're trying to get in business with the East Empire here. We're selling stuff and setting up the location captures.
Yeah. Bolin speaks much about the war and the storm.
Okay.
While the idea seems dubious at best, it has not... You can't scare me into submission.
So hold on a second. Let me check something. Items, book, evidence of bribery. That's all the gold I have. Now you keep up your end of the bargain. You don't know me, and you don't know what I did or who I did it to. I'm off the hook like you promised. Pleasure doing business with you. C.
Me again sometime.
Wait, who's C? Maybe that's it. Maybe there's another step to this, and that's what I'm missing.
I'm the steward here. I serve under Jarl Siggeir and Jarl
And
Dengir.
that is one thing I know we changed with the latest East Empire patch, is these things that are very vague that were originally meant to be like, these are clues for people who like to play old school. So a lot of one of the things leveraged against Oblivion and Skyrim was that they made it too easy. Like a lot of Bethesda's games have switched over to hand-holding you through all the quests. And that was to get more mass appeal, right? The average, I think a lot of us are just like, yeah, don't really want to like handle all these clues and trying to figure it out. But people who like Morrowind and older games love that stuff. We're all about the like, okay, I got to figure out whose name begins with C. And so I think that this stuff was originally for those folks. But then we weren't consistent with it. We had some of the quests would kind of bread trail you along, and then others didn't. So one of the things we changed was now all of them
welcome to
breadcrumb trail you to their completion.
All of Skyrim's true sons are
I'm looking for somebody whose name starts with a C around here to see if I can find out. Or I wonder if it's maybe it's the bandit. Let's try that. Because now I kind of want to like rise to the challenge here and be like, can we pull off figuring one of these out? Okay, we're not doing that yet, but where is the quest that he gave me? It was kill the leader of Knife Point Ridge. Alright, let's head over to Knife Point Ridge. Let's see if there's another piece of evidence in there. Okay, we need to go kind of this way. Wait a second. We're doing this wrong. On the right trail. Yeah, road trip music, that's right. Uh-oh. It's funny, it's like spider sense. I wouldn't have known there was a wolf around until we started playing the combat music. Yeah, I think most people just don't really have time because more to explore a game. Having quest markers saves them so much time. Yeah, and I think part of that comes from there's too many cool games, right? Like you have limited time to play games, and there are so many more you want to get to that then spending an inordinate amount of time on something that's kind of small, an individual game. You know, like figuring out this note and stuff is, you know, at the end it's not going to be so compelling compared to like using your time to play like the latest like awesome narrative game. So then it feels like that might be part of it. Whereas, you know, back during the time of something like Morrowind, there just weren't as many games coming out. Like you could play pretty much every game in a genre back in those days. Like if you were like a huge RPG fan, you could play, you know, every new RPG that came out, because there just wasn't really like an indie scene like there is today, where you had easy access to indie games that are pretty high quality. So it was pretty easy to play every single game back then, and now that's just not even feasible. And then with every game being these monster epics, you know, finding the time to play it all, pretty tough. Oh man. What happened here? Get off my reindeer. This feels like a mod thing too. No, no! Damn it! Everybody with a warhammer just one-shots me. Oh, I have no idea when the last time we saved was. Hopefully we caught an autosave in there.
You'll find my brothers Solaf and I are the only true Nords in Falkreath.
Okay.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Alright. Oh, wait. Made the mistake again. Gotta loot up first. Grab this map marker while we're over here. And we're heading over here. Oh, I forgot to mark that quest. Actually, let's go ahead. Yes, put our manual marker over there so we can see it easily. Yeah, it's funny to see, like, certain things just stand out now to me as, like, that's Creation Club. And I don't think it's always because of, because I remember that that's not part of the base game. It's because it feels just, like, a little off from the way the base game does stuff. Like, the base game would never put a character named Scavenger in Stormcloak armor, right? That just looked like a Stormcloak. And same with, like, the random NPC called Nord. That's just, you don't see it. Like our bards, our bardic guys, like, clearly stand out like that. Like, oh, these are clearly mod added, which is not necessarily a good thing. I don't like that part, but I don't know. You know, I don't know what the alternative is. Or in that case, like, well, we need you to find this mechanic, so it's important that that's kind of like that. Okay, since we're probably going to get jumped by random NPCs. So there was wolves around here, and then that scavenger guy. Totally different loot that time. Oh wait, no, he's over here somewhere. Okay, so I think we're gonna dodge him. Here's our wolf friends. But now that we're getting the drop on them, we don't have to worry about not being able to do this because I was worried about hitting our reindeer. Okay. Alright, we need to get over there. Now, question is that up high? Hard to judge. I'm going to guess yes by the name Knife Point Ridge. But it could be that the dungeon itself is down low. Alright, where's our reindeer? Good morning. Is that... How do you say that? Thea? Tia? Thea Zhang? Hello? Space Runner really started appreciating games that can wrap it up in under 20 hours. Yeah, I think those are... you know, I feel like I want both in my life, right? I like having like a big epic game I can sink my teeth into over a long period of time, and you know, kind of treat like a unfinishable deep game. But if every game starts to become that, they gotta be damn good for me to like. There's just too much competition anymore for it, and then I feel like nobody's managed to crack the Bethesda formula yet. Like I can't think of any other game that just scratches the itch quite like these. Like there's plenty of other games in the same kind of idea. You know, like Witcher 3 is amazing. I love Cyberpunk. Breath of the Wild gave me some Skyrim vibes, but none of them quite the same as Skyrim. Yeah, take him down, reindeer. Elden Ring actually gave me strong Skyrim vibes from the exploration side of things. Of just like felt the wonder of wandering around, but love the physics wonk. But it lacked the like characters I knew cared about me, because I didn't know what the hell any of the characters in Elden Ring were thinking. Everything, all the story was so convoluted, and I think that's part of its charm. But man, it was did not have the same feel as getting a quest in a game like Skyrim. Coffee and someone else dying in a game, we'll get plenty of that from my stream. I feel like I've gotten better over the years playing in front of an audience, so that I don't feel like I need death cams anymore, or death cam counts. Like it was back in the day playing Fallout 4 with my first Let's Play. I was every single episode dying so many times, had to have a little counter in the corner to keep track of it all. Yeah, it was working on. Oh, we still got somebody up here. Oh, I'm gonna blast Lydia if I do that. Nice job.
I'm right behind you.
Nope, I don't want to actually talk to you.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so the actual dungeon is in here. We can actually use... Well, I'll do it in there. I'm not up in my carry weight. I was like, we can actually use one of these containers out here. The East Empire can come and take them, but then we won't get the capture, which I also want to do. I want to get the mine captured. Calrager, is there anything in BCE for heavy armor users? I mean, obviously the shout stuff will work fine still. The if you're using one-handed swords and shouts, we have a really good... The sword is great in this. We haven't got to it yet. The helmet that you can unlock from doing the Duel of Wits all the way through has a really cool, unique effect. But it's light armor. It's flagged as light armor, I believe, so it won't help you with heavy armor. So yeah, I think the only thing you would get from like permanent gear buffs would be the shouting buffs, and then yeah, we're not gonna let We need to let Lydia get in there and tank this dude. The sword would be the one thing, but if you're using, like, if you're not doing one-handed swords, probably not a lot of equipment you're going to get from Bard's College for a heavy armor user, no.
It'll be so much easier to rob when you're dead.
Whoa.
Tell you what, you start running or I can stab you in the back. Mercy.
Okay. Alright, now we definitely need to dump some of this stuff off. Might as well grab all this stuff too. What do we got here? Ogre Sword of Thunderbolts. No. Alright, we'll just let him have all that. Dump all this extra stuff in there. Nope, nope, nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Remember my buttons here. Store, store. Store. You know, I'm not going to use this Warhammer either. We'll just let them sell it. And not going to use those. I guess I should be on the lookout for some better light armor, so I can get eventually get the light armor set instead of just giving away everything here. Let's see what we got. Is any of these light? I think it's all heavy stuff. Because light gauntlets for bards we still don't have. We have some. We actually have some. I think the mesh is made. I don't remember if we finished it. We are going to release bard gauntlets at some point, and I know we have the concept art for them. I can't remember if they got modeled. I think they did, but we just put it on pause for now because we're focused on some other stuff, and then we'll circle back to it. We're gonna do a lot of that, just like bounce from project to project for a while, kind of like we do with Sim Settlements. Give a big patch for it, and then go play around with some of the previous stuff we released and do patch for those. And then I always forget the most important thing here. And I guess we can give them some of this random. No, I don't want to equip it. I want to store it. Just kind of remember the right button. We're going to keep the moonstone. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to send this to the East Empire Merchant at Whiterun. Cool. Okay. Is there anything else in here worth grabbing? Brian, the interview documentary with the original Skyrim developers was so interesting. I don't remember if I've seen that. I'm fairly certain I have. I'm a sucker for Bethesda dev stuff. I love watching it. We play just from software and none of their RPG games really have a story. I mean, it seems like there's this guy. I can't remember his name. He has a very soothing voice. There's a guy. He starts with a V on YouTube, who I think got popular because of Elden Ring, where he explores all the lore. And it's actually really interesting, and I think a lot of people got hooked on exploring it because George R.R. Martin was involved, and so it's like, what did he bring to the table? Like Elden Ring seems to have a lot of deep lore to it, but there's a lot of it left up to interpretation. It's not like clearly told in an easily digestible story, but it definitely was interesting having watched all of that guy's videos. Right, just a random dead Imperial. Move. I gotta get third word of Unrelenting Force just for moving companions out of the way.
Huh?
Okay, do we get credit for that? Okay, East Empire Company needs the Falkreath ruler's blessing. So I think that note is supposed to be a, hey, if you get the blessing, this one will get captured after you're done. But let's test that theory. we're going to head back right away. And we will hopefully just get him to approve it. Hopefully the coerce option will work this time now. I didn't find anything there, like on the bandit or anything, that makes me think that it would advance the quest. I think there's just... either there's like a secondary speech check involved with the coerce, or something's funky there anyway. For why I have to look into why it is. I just don't remember what the decisions were on the dialogue tree.
Yes. Bolin speaks much about the war. Teach them to stop paying me. Here, you deserve a reward for your service. You know what? I like you. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkreath Hold. Talk to my steward if you're interested. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane. On your way, then.
Okay, well, we're not doing that yet.
While the idea seems dubious at best,
yeah, let's
it has
try this
not
again.
At present, you can't scare me into submission.
Okay.
You can't scare
That's
me
interesting.
into
He's saying a
submission.
different response to it. Like, I almost feel like it did work before, because that's a totally different response this time. But maybe there's something there. Maybe it's just bugged. Maybe that's something that we fixed in the latest version. Yeah, that's very interesting. I kind of want to. The urge to just pause the stream and go jump in the CK, because this is so weird to me. All right, we're gonna go with the old haggle option. Here you go. At least he gave me 750 of it.
I thank you for your kindness. Very well. I'll make the arrangements.
Okay. All right, so now. Okay, so let's do this. Because I want to trigger their thing to appear. So we're going to go... Where are we going to go? We're going to go up to Winterhold, because I actually want to... I don't think we've gone to the Maid's College yet. I'm trying to remember. I don't think we have, but I want to buy Heal Other. I think that's going to make my playthrough a lot better. And then that will pass a whole bunch of time and hopefully trigger it to establish. And then I want to go to Knife Point Ridge and see if it captured. Juju1 picked up McLaren's over the weekend. Thank you for doing that. Did not get a chance to finish it, but I've enjoyed it so far. Blends well into the base game. Hope we get to see some of the features from it go to SS2. Oh, like the legendary stuff? Yeah, we could do that. I think the legendary stuff felt way less necessary in Fallout 4, because it's there's so many... Uh-oh, we're getting a dragon fight here? I could use some more dragon souls. The legendary stuff in it is so much more needed in Starfield because of the triple, and then the fact that the way the leveling works on the items. I mean, I guess it's the same problem with Fallout 4, right? Of like, you can still get... Well, I guess the difference in Fallout 4 is you can actually manually craft the different tiers of items, right? You get combat armor, you can upscale it. It's not a random hit. Oh, the dragon ran away. Come back here. I need your soul. Huh. Didn't even want to fight. Calgary, what are your thoughts on Skyrim survival mode? I love it in Fallout, but it just feels wrong in Skyrim to me. I mean, when I watch other people play it, it seems like it serves a similar purpose, but I've not played with it myself. I find I have tried survival modes, and I like the idea of them, because one of the things I like that it does is it ensures that you always have something important to be doing, right? You always have a need you've got to deal with, so you're never just sitting there idle. But I don't ever feel that way in these games. So like in something like Minecraft, it's a necessity, right? Because there's no real story driving you forward, so you could just sit and build in your house and you have no reason to interact with the rest of the world. But in this, I've always got things I want to do to help people. Like the story drives me forward, so I don't really need it. But It definitely adds to immersion in these games, I would say that. But yeah, I don't tend to play with those, with the survival modes. I've tried it with one of my playthroughs of SS2. I did a hardcore playthrough, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna play with everything. We're gonna play with survival. We're gonna play with all the SimSettlements difficulty cranked up, and the save limitations just drove me nuts, and I ended up turning it off. And then of course I don't like having to go in my inventory all the time to eat food and water. So I feel like survival to me would be more enjoyable with an auto eat mod, which I think those exist. Okay, so I want to see what we just got a. I thought we got a map marker update. So does that mean the Falkreath one appeared? It did. No, I didn't go far enough. Did we get it? Did we get the East Empire? Yes, we did. Okay, there it goes. So the East Empire Company did establish over there. All right, let's see if we can get into the Mages College.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold.
Oh, you guys want to see me get in the CK?
For mages in
I mean, I can launch it over here. I'll launch it on my other screen. Oh, wait, I have it open. I already have East Empire Company open on my other computer. I'm looking at it right now. Hold on a second. All right, I can't stream it though right now. I don't have it set up for that, but I can do it. I can peek real quick here without having to interrupt you guys because it's already open. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let's see here. So I want to look at Convince Ruler, Falkreath. Oops, wrong one. Double click the wrong one. All right, let's see here. I may enter the college.
Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within?
We'll go with that one.
Ah, the immortal plane. It is said to be the source of all magic. This is a noble goal, indeed. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
Yep, so I'm looking at the at that quest. It's not just that you have the coercion, but you also have to pass a speech check. So the issue is basically my speech isn't high enough, which then makes it feel like, well, then that's not actually an alternate path, right? You're still all tied to speech. So I think maybe we need to reconsider some of the tie-ins to speech, because it's limits then who can get the bypasses, which is, you know, if it's always just speech. And I get like the immersive reason why we probably did that when we were discussing it, but you know, having played through several of them now, it just feels like several of the dialogue options are broken. I think somebody had the same, somebody on our Discord mentioned that it felt bad that the illusion chances show up in your menu, but then they just silently fail. But I think that that's a problem in general. I think like even persuade checks, I think that's something they did good in Fallout 4 with the UI, letting you know if you pass-fail, because it's very obvious then, whereas in Skyrim it's always like, I have no idea if I passed or failed.
Until next time.
Every single time. Like sometimes it's obvious, like this. It will be obvious that I
If you can pass
passed.
the test, then yes. No, I'm
See,
afraid
like
I
right
don't
there,
know
had I
anything of the
passed, she'd have been like, yeah, okay. But then sometimes it's not so obvious that it's like, I don't know if I passed or not. So yeah, so I see the criticism against having these things with the silent failures. It just feels, it makes it feel broke, right? And when you're playing a mod, or any Bethesda game, to be honest, you're just like, yeah, it could just be a bug because you're just so used to being inundated with them all the time
has saved the life
playing
of
the
many
game.
an illusion mage. If you could cast it on the seal here on the ground, that would prove your skill. No? Well, if you think you're capable of it, then I'd be happy to provide it to you for a mere 30
I have no
gold.
idea what spell she said. I was talking.
Or you can try your luck with one of the court wizards.
Sure,
on
give me the
Skyrim.
spell, lady.
They also sell spells. Here you are. Now I'm anxious to see you cast it.
Okay, fear. Yeah, sure I didn't have fear. That is not a spell I would have bothered to learn. Alright. Wait, did she just give me, did she just teach me the spell? Is that what just happened? Yeah, she just taught it to me. Okay.
Much knowledge lies within the
So I should just
forest
cast it on
walls.
her.
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it. If you can pass the test, then yes. No, I'm afraid I don't know anything of the... Excellent. Yes, you were going to demonstrate your ability, were you not?
I just did.
Until next time. No matter what, the college will endure.
Where am I supposed to cast it? Cast it on the symbol on the floor. Okay, I didn't know if that was how you do it with the people spells, like with these manipulation spells. I almost always get firebolt. There we go.
Well done indeed. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Thank you. What plays true, but background info in FromSoft games is not what I would call a story. Who am I in their games? What's my character want? Why would I care about anything? Their worlds are so empty. Yeah, that's true. You don't really. You're just kind of a passive observer in it. It feels like you're just absorbing the knowledge. But at least that's I don't know. There's at least characters doing stuff in there, which is so there's stuff happening as opposed to and like the world changes based on what you do. So there's something in there, but it's just not the same as something like Skyrim. Something about like the mundaneness of a lot of the tasks also makes the games feel more grounded, right? You're just, people are having you know, help do kind of silly tasks, and you know, some people are like, well, I'm the freaking Dragonborn. Why am I helping you with this? And I was like, well, that helps. I think it helps ground the stories. Like, same thing with any of Bethesda's games. You don't have to do all these mundane tasks. Oh, yep. See, look, we just got an inspiration from discovering locations. Is that it just makes the world feel more real. But not everyone agrees, so that's why you get that.
I believe I've made myself.
You get the complaint leveraged against the game that it's silly that the chosen one has to do these silly tasks. Okay, I want to go to the. I think I can buy spells from the guy in here. I can't actually remember. Did you want the cloning for weapons and PA would be great for FO4, and being able to transplant legendaries would be really cool. Being able to get exactly the legendary you need would be super helpful. And done in an immersive way, right? Because like that's the thing that we offered from the clearance. There's always mods that do it from the workbench. Like I know there's one for Fallout 4 that lets you just install legendary effects.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance?
Yeah.
I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them.
Okay, although most likely he doesn't have any spell tombs. Yeah, he's just got books for reading. All right, so let's go. I think we got to talk to the individual professors. God, it's been a minute since I've done the Mage's quest line. Not going to do that today. Maybe another day.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen.
No thanks.
So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature,
wait, how do I get inside?
And dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several. You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken.
Of course, my dear, of course.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold.
For now.
I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear?
Or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no
Not
idea what
often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us.
Okay, alright, so he's not going to sell me anything.
Until next time.
Wait, what? Okay, the Arcanium. Archmage's quarters. What? Oh, is it just not in this building? Is the entrance inside somewhere else? I could have sworn everything was through here. the whole college not connected all together?
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary.
I'm so confused right now. Oh, okay. It's a bunch of separate places. All right, where's all the people at? That's back out to Skyrim. Oh, I hear somebody humming.
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
Or is it a case of nobody's going to tell me anything until
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she
I
told
get a
you.
little further
It's
along in the
all
quest line?
Lies. No? Well, then she hasn't gotten to you yet. But she will. And don't you believe a word of it. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you. All right then.
Somebody give me some spells. Okay. Well, it seems like the Mage's College not the best place to learn magic. I actually think there's a mod that addresses this exact problem, like making it so you have to go through a series of learning. Will you sell me anything else?
So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
What do you got? Spell Tomb. Not the one I want. I need heal other, please.
Until next time.
Okay, and well, before we leave town, I'm thinking that I might be able to get it from Farengar in Whiterun. Might be able to get some spell from him. But for now, we're gonna go check the inn, because I gotta keep dueling. I'm hoping that we just slowly grind our way through the duels as we play, as opposed to having to make a concentrated effort to hop into inn doing it. Should you agree with the lore-friendly part with needing gear for soldiers? All the resources at HQ I can see I can make it lore-friendly. Yeah, it wouldn't be hard for us to make it lore-friendly to add that in.
What did you do? It was a minor miscalculation.
I hope you're as bad at this as I am.
We've gotten the same voice actor 3 times.
Care to wager? 25 septims seems a fair amount. I hope you don't get stage fright.
Okay.
Wait, what? That was my turn to take the lead in this little dance. I'd call you a witless worm, but I wouldn't want to insult worms.
I think we have this one now. Yeah, let's see. Yep.
Oh, think you're clever, do you? Let's see if you can top my last insult.
Let's try this one.
Oh, this isn't what I rehearsed for. Clear the stage. My turn for the spotlight. Your features are enough to turn a sweet roll sour.
I suppose that's a benefit to having so few customers.
Oh, a fitting retort comes to you. All right. Big words from someone whose mere presence makes children laugh or cower.
Looks like I underestimated you. Impress me, if you can. Oh, right. Okay then. You're about to witness the master at work.
We got this one in the bag.
Your appearance is so dull. It would ruin even the liveliest gathering.
I think we got this one spontaneously against the last guy. Yep.
Well, slap me with a fish.
the best response.
Pretty good. Your words cut through the air like a well-pitched melody. You've bested me. Victory is yours.
Thank you, sir. All right. Oh, do we have another bard over here? No. Okay. I gotta see Colette in the Hall of Countenance. All right, thank you. Glad I caught that mess before I left. Arctic Nomad. I was thinking of loading Skyrim again, and we'll be modding it. Do you have two mods, East Empire and Bard's College, or are they one combined? We have two, East Empire expansion and Bard's College expansion. They're not combined, no. Bard's College is definitely the better bang for your buck. You get a crazy amount of content. Like after having done East Empire and seeing, you know, the it's funny because we priced it in a vacuum and we didn't know how things were going, but like after the dust settled and we realized the kind of the model we wanted to follow, we decided we wanted to look at the base game DLC and try and base on that now. So ironically, when we were pricing out Bards, we were like, oh, this is around the price of Dawnguard, and we have similar like amounts of content, and it turns out like, oh, Dawnguard actually released at $20, so we priced it very aggressively, but I like it. I like the price of Bards for how much content you get. You get a lot of hours of content on it, a lot of useful features for out your whole playthrough. So if you're gonna pick one, I would suggest Bards, but if you want to support the team, then by all means grab them both. I think they both add a lot of gameplay replayability to them. Hall of Countenance, I kept walking by it. I was like, I'm looking for Hall of Restoration. I'm like, there's no such thing. Okay. Alright, who did you say I'm looking for? It's Colette, okay. Which, I was already in here before, and I did not find her. So I'm wondering, is it a case of some people... Oh, hey, maybe she's down here. Right, I'm already on the lower level. Is it the case of some of these people are out doing other things, or do they come back after I get far enough into the quest line? It's been literal... I probably haven't played through the...
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic.
I haven't played through the Mage's College quest line in probably 3 years. Like, I have not played
You
through
consider Restoration a valid school of magic?
Yes.
Worthy of study, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Don't you?
Don't you?
Good. Good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some, and I shan't name names, who would disagree. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in. Well, no, not really. Not directly, I mean. But I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations cease when I enter rooms. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it.
Hey, there we go.
Take a look.
Come on. Does it not show the adept, etc.? I thought I showed that on the books. I guess not. Okay. Well, healing hands is what we want for now. I mean, I guess I'll grab this as well. I guess you can kind of tell by the lower level. I'm gonna grab the wards as well. I feel like I've got it. I need to be kind of a support class here for now. All right, let's go to our spell books and magic restoration. Okay, that's the caster. That's what I thought. Okay, healing hands. This is heals a target. Okay, that is what I want. Favorite. Go ahead and equip that because I'm hoping to heal. This is only mine, right? The wards, they don't. I can't use them on other people. That's just on myself. So this is kind of an emergency button. I'm not going to be able to use... Let me see what of my restoration skill at. Restoration's only 28. But I can get apprentice. Is that an apprentice skill? Steadfast ward is apprentice. Okay, then we can have that. And we can go ahead and now grab that for half magicka. We're not going to be dual casting. Let's see. Come here. So I will... I've got that one already. This one I will take eventually. And I think I want... come on. It's so fiddly with the Xbox controller. This one I 100% want. I gotta get it up a little bit higher, which now I should be able to if I'm gonna start spamming it. Once a day heals 250 points automatically. Okay, well, I want that. I just need that because I'm bad at these games. Doesn't matter how many hours. I'm just bad at games, I should say. My ability to react quickly is not going to get better as I get older. Okay, we got our spell, finally. We're now ready to let Lydia do all the hard work for us. We're going to be on... Our role is going to be shouting, healing, and pot shots with our one-handed blade. Okay, so now we will fast travel out of here. So we want to go back to Falkreath. Actually, you know what? We should, now that we know this is established, let's head to Knife Point. I want to see if we claimed it now. If they claimed it for us now that we have got permission. Or if we need to go put another thing in there. Because the intention was always that it would just do it automatically after the fact if you... Oh, we got respawns already? I am shocked this place respawned already. Okay, yeah, I did get claimed. Here we go. East Empire Mercenary. Oop, we got the flags pinned in there. This is one of those things. So this is a project that's on our list for East Empire at some point, and it's going to be a mega project. So we dynamically detect when you exit and enter a location, and we put a marker there, and then we place those relative to that because there are hundreds of dungeons and. We wanted to be able to support mod-added dungeons too. But for all the vanilla dungeons where we know this is going to be a problem, we can pre-plant this stuff, and we just need to go do that. And we have a huge bug report list that people have already sent us of all the locations like that where it's like, oh, that looks terrible. So that's one of those. One of these days we're going to patch that in. I'm just going to either go through and do it myself or assign the project to somebody I know is very careful, because we have to be careful. We don't want to make a bunch of dirty vanilla edits to the game. But we would like to get all those cleaned up at some point. Okay, so let's head to take out these last two dungeons now here. So, I guess we can use this as our jump point. Hey, our reindeer made it. Fantastic. Arctic Nomad, I look forward to buying, loading those. Appreciate it. I like the East Empire premise as if it's my normal mod load. I haven't even done much of the Bard's College. It would be good to be able to explore it further. Yeah, we've noticed like there's a lot more people using East Empire than Bard's College, and I think the fantasy of like the setting up of the East Empire works better with any playthrough, whereas Bard's, like, you know, from the description and then you just first of all, most people's memory of the original Bard's College are like, well, that quest was lame, and then it kind of makes you feel like, oh, I should build a dedicated Bard character, whereas East Empire can fit in nicely with anything. And I think that has been the common opinion, what you just described, of like, we're seeing a lot more people are interested in East Empire. Oh yeah, I was like, why did I jump off my mount? It's because I was missing my tunes. And then I also got to remember to do this because of my cluttered map. Yes, place the marker. There we go. Cephalopod, I gotta say I love working Creation Kit because it brings me back to older Windows app design. I'm sure it's confusing clutter for many, but it brings me back to using the old StarCraft map editor. So yeah, my first time, so I got I'm trying to remember what the very first game I ever modded was. Like, there's the first game I released mods for and the first game that I modded. And I've talked about, the first game I released for was Quake 3. You guys will never find out what that is, what I released, because it's nothing I'm proud of. But I think the first thing I ever edited, wait, what's this guy doing? Do we just got a free horse laying out here? Hey, buddy. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're about to enter combat. Okay, so that's somebody else's horse. Oh, hello. We got zombies. No. I want to switch. I want to switch weapons. I want to join the fight here. There we go. Alright, we got a reindeer and a horse on our side. Anyway, one of the first games I think I opened the map editor for was probably, it was either Warcraft 2 or StarCraft. But I remember one of the things that was striking to me about the creation kit versus like map editors and such. Hello.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Okay, it's odd that there's just this horse out here. Well, who is this? Who belongs to this? Sorry, I'm getting distracted from this anecdote. But I remember thinking with the creation kit, it was odd that it was so much text, and I would have expected it to be more visual, because I remember at least when you load up the StarCraft and Warcraft map editors, it would start you in a blank map, right? Because it was very much encouraging you to build maps. Oh, is this one of our goals? Did I make it? I did. Didn't even realize I was already here. But yeah, I felt like the creation kit was oddly text-based compared to what I was anticipating. Like I was expecting the focus would be more on the render window, and by default, it's not even loaded. Makes sense why it's not, but it's just like that was, I remember that was an odd, it felt very intimidating. First time you open the creation kit and it's like, there's nothing you can see, right? You expect like, well, how did anyone work in this game? You gotta be able to see the game world.
Huh? Ow.
We may feed again today.
Lydia, you're up. Fight the vampires. I got you on. I got you. Your back covered with heals. Also, some good loot here. And we might as well set up our first chest. I keep doing that. We want to store. And the relic. Just one. Just one's fine. And we're going to change this to East Empire. And we're going to keep going to... I want to see one of them like make it all the way to highest level so you guys can see all the leveling up. Because it's meant to be throughout an entire playthrough that you will slowly level them all up, as opposed to, I know a lot of people just want to power through it, but it takes a while. Oh, this is interesting. The first door to get in further is locked. I wonder if I start making a big ruckus, if they'll just come running through like they do. Like, that's what happens in Fallout 4, right? Anytime you get near it. Over here. Come on. Open the door. Wait. It sounded like I hit her. I heard like a hitting flesh.
Looky. Looks like we got ourselves a hero.
Yeah, unlock the door. That's what all the Fallout 4 raiders do. Whiplash, one thing I was wondering what does this do? Have you ever played with the idea that plots could need resources gathered from captured territories? Steel gathered from a captured scrapyard, for example. Yeah, we have to, and I think there is a little bit of that. There's a few places where you capture them and you start getting resources from them. Well, I'm going to be doing a territory overhaul at some point. So one of the big patch, well, I would say probably a medium patch. It'll be like a 3.4.5 or 3.5.5 or something. I'm going to do a territory overhaul where I want to go through and look at all the different locations in Fallout 4 and find like a few unique ones that give you like really cool really cool advantages, but also make them so that they get attacked more, so they're a little harder to hold on to, whereas some of the less interesting locations, like, nobody's going to care and they'll just let you keep them without having to defend them. So for example, imagine taking the dam near Sunshine. Should give you a huge amount of water, but then like other factions should care about that and try and take it back. So I want to do a deep dive and overhaul that. Right now it's a pretty bare bones basic system of, you know, you get some of the locations will give you resources, but yeah, it's definitely going to get an overhaul. We're going to do more of exactly what you just described, making it more interesting to capture certain locations and take into account like what the type of stuff that place should make, right? Like like the forged location, right? Should give you a bunch of steel. That would make sense. Oops. And now, see, now I want it to heal me.
I'll give you a swift and beautiful. Are you a...
I am. You didn't know that about me, but I am a priest. I was ordained while you were napping. What's this? Oh! Whoops! My bad. Huh. Maybe we want to go up there. What happened over here? Guy lost his goat cheese. You smell like skeever. Lydia? Okay. Wait, what did that do? What the heck did that do? Alright, I think I just gotta keep this on healing myself here. And then let's try out this thing. I don't use wards very often, but it feels like a good idea when people are shooting at me with a bow. Uh-oh. Maybe not. I guess I need a hell of a lot more mana to be bothering with wards. What I probably need to be using instead of that is to just get one of those like oak flesh or whatever. Oh, there he is. Oh, it was the hunter's horse that I found? Okay. Oh, I missed a few. My chat got stuck again. What Starfield city would you be most interested in expanding? I love that McLaren's put a store in Sidonia, for example. Honestly, what I would like to see more is more like mid-sized cities like Gilgarin, and I think that's how you say that, and like the Hope Tech place. Like, I think there should be more of those, like not just the, because the world feels like unbelievably small when there's, you know, only 4 big cities in the whole universe. Like, that feels just very odd. So I would just like, oh wow, just unlimited boots. This feels like that's got some significance. Maybe there's some lore behind that decision to, what's this gonna do? Oh, sorry, Lydia. My bad. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, hello. Okay, that opened that one, so then is it... That opened you. Nice shot. Oh man, there is just chains everywhere. No idea what those other ones did. And then, did I do this one yet? Okay. This is where I came in, I think. So am I supposed to go here, probably? Yep, there we go. When in doubt, follow the enemies. All right. And Captain Leftica's first working with CK is 10% progress, 9% troubleshooting, and so much reverse engineering. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're first getting started and it's not clear how anything is done, then it's just like you just find an instance of something close to what you want and then just start picking it apart, like untangling a knot. That's how it feels in Starfield right now, where we're doing a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff we know how to do from Fallout 4 and Skyrim, but then there's just a whole lot of like, well, how do spaceships work? How do space stations work? How does the procedural generation work? And we don't know, so a lot of tearing it apart and trying to figure out like what can we get away with changing and what can't we get away with changing. I started messing yesterday. I was spending a lot of time messing with the particle editor in Starfield. It is so, like, with having no background in VFX, it feels like nonsense. Like, I don't even know how you begin to learn that. And it would be, I'm very interested to know, I would love to talk to a Bethesda dev, and I might just ask somebody there, like, hey, can you put me in contact with one of your VFX artists so I can just ask them what it means when I look at this stuff and where I would even learn this. And not for my sake necessarily, but like for some other people in the team who are interested in it. Of like, if anybody else on our team got really into VFX, where would they go to get started? And then, because like obviously there's not going to be a book or training courses on Starfield Creation Kit particle editor, right? But I would assume that they built it in a way that is sensible for anybody with a VFX background. So then it's just like, okay, well, how do you learn that knowledge to even know where to begin with this, and like what is the system it's closest to, right? Are you mimicking Unity, Unreal, some other are you mimicking 3ds Max? Like, there's got to be something that they used as a starting point. They didn't just make it up out of nowhere. I want whirlwind sprint here. What? Yeah, we took a little damage, but not much. You got this, Lydia. I got you. I know you don't need it, but I do like being called the priest. I just like that they have a reaction to it. Okay, and now here's where we save because I could die here. All right, Lydia, get in there. Nope, I'm not your guy. I'm the support. Extreme healing. What? No. Oh no, I just walked into the torches again. We need this. Gotcha, Lydia. I'm the sneaky healer back here. Execute him. Get that up to 30. Up a ding as well. Now let's take it all. Okay, is it everybody? I really like the design of this dungeon. It was really cool. That vertical chamber where you have to kind of weave in and out of the doors. Hey, there's our last tablet. Okay. I'm guessing this is our shortcut back to the beginning, which is where we set our first chest, I think. I set one pretty close to the beginning. So I should be able to dump all this in there. I think I did one in this dungeon. Let's see, lose track of that. Oh, and here's our word wall. What do we get from here? Oh, hello. Hello, sir. Good morning. Ah, I interrupted my shout. Lydia! Take him out. All that. Oh, I feel like we just triggered something with that. What's this? Is this our exit? Yeah, that's our exit. Okay. Oh, I think this is one of those ones that's listed on our list of like, we should do something about that. Because when you exit out over there, that's where the East Empire flags end up. What do we get here? Air Elemental Fury. What does that one do? I haven't used that one in a while. I think this just increases my attack speed and damage. Shouts. And with speed of wind, allowing faster weapon strikes. That's right. Okay. I like one dragon soul. Man, I gotta get to dragon hunting. Yeah, so this is gonna cause them to pop out there, so I'm actually not gonna go there. We're gonna walk back through. It's gonna be a pain, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's just an aesthetic thing. I was hoping that this was a dungeon that had a loop back. Those are always much easier when I have the. So this will claim the dungeon, but the flags are gonna end up here, and then a lot of the guards will just end up hanging out up here. This is one we get reported all the time because everybody would do that naturally. But let's fast travel to the entrance. World map, and we can dive back in. And I think I have. Pretty sure I set up a chest right in the inside there.
Huh?
I think it was this one. Yes, okay. Go ahead and give you a bunch more stuff. Sure, you can have those as well. There we go. Okay, now let's make sure I didn't pick up any random heavy stuff over here. No, okay, we're good. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, one more dungeon to do, and then that'll be a good spot to stop for the night, I think. Because I gotta get up extra early tomorrow. I think this dungeon's not too bad, but let's fast travel to Falkreath. We can swing by the East Empire camp on the way. It's crazy. I went to do something like on my other screen. Like I was like, oh, I have a load screen. Load screens in Skyrim don't exist anymore on modern hardware. Okay, I gotta scroll. I am so far behind on chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna scroll back up to current time and just have to skip a bunch of messages I missed. Tia saying, so you guys think of a city as a mod? That would be cool to have more. I mean, I could see, it's definitely something I want to pursue at some point, but doing like a proper city with a bunch of mini quests and stuff would be quite the undertaking. So we could definitely do it. And we've talked about it, like oh, wouldn't it be cool to do our own planet, right? Like, I don't know if that's going to happen, if that's feasible. Like, right now you can't do planets, first of all. But, you know, whether that's feasible, there's a certain limit of... Like, we're working on our next thing for Starfield right now, and we're recognizing that there's a certain limit of some ideas won't be tenable because...
Of course.
And it's the same, it would have been the same, not even because of the program, but just in general of, like, the amount of work required to pull them off is so high that it's like, no one will care, but it's required. Like, if you don't do the work, your thing feels incomplete. And I don't want to get into this because I don't want to give away what we're working on yet, because we're still kind of in the prototyping and like early phases of it, but there are certain things, and like doing a city would be one of them. You have to build out the city. So you need to build out the landscape. You've got to build out all the buildings. You need to build out all the interiors. You have to build out a cast of NPCs. You've got to give them, like routines. You've got to have a certain percentage of them with mini quests. You've got to have a certain percentage of vendors. Like, there's all these requirements to make it feel right. And the amount of work required to do that is like, is the juice worth the squeeze? And I don't know what the answer is, or like where, like there's some sort of tipping point where it's like that becomes exciting for players versus like them to just be like, meh, that was okay. So he's got all sorts of random stuff for sale, but I really just came for these. I want to make sure I have a healthy stock of them. And, oh, I gotta equip my ring again. That was actually one of the things I really liked about working on, or like all the projects we're doing really is, there's enough interesting stuff in the base game and locations that we don't have to invest a ton of resources in building out locations. Because it's very time consuming, and it's, again, you don't just build out the location. There's all this other stuff that has to go with it for it to feel correct.
See you.
Okay. Alright, let's mark this guy. This can't be that far. I feel like I can just walk there. Whiplash, I guess I just love the idea of more production chains, territory resources to industrial plots, produce and meat to shops and restaurants, etc. Yeah, I mean that's definitely a type of thing that could probably be facilitated. I think you know, a lot of that is built in with the industrial itself is meant to have a lot of the chain of that, but one of the things that we've tried to do with settlements is give people a bunch of different paths through. It's just like, yeah, you can do it however you want. You want to do things with just buying your resources, so then you can focus on building up a large network of commercial, great, go do that. You want to build the industrial chain yourself, do that. So I could see another path through being, hey, you just claim territories that happen to have this stuff available. I can see the draw something like that for sure, because then you can go all in on building a military as a way to get your empire all set up. Oh, hey Carvok, when did you sneak in? I knew I'm far behind in chat. I missed you popping in. How are you tonight, sir? I know where you're at. It's probably middle of the day or something. Early morning.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Thank you. Let's see here. So I feel like we should save and just jump onto this. I mean, I feel like that's what everybody else did. We should do that too. We can do it. We can get on here. There we go. Take me. Take me to your leader. Carter, any interest in the new Mario and Luigi Brothership game? I think... So I never played the old Brothership, or the Mario and Luigi RPG games. I never played any of them. So nothing like that drew me to it, but I am interested because my older son, my 7-year-old, loves Mario games. He and I play them all together. We're currently playing through Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. And he loved Mario RPG, which is, as you guys heard from me many times, one of my favorite games of all time. So the one thing that would sell me instantly on Brothership, and I haven't looked into it, is if it's multiplayer. Like, can we each control one of the characters? If so, like, buying it tomorrow, because then we could play it together, and that would be amazing. I don't know if that's how that game works, though. That was just my thought when I saw it. It was like, oh, maybe that's a multiplayer RPG. That would be cool. I don't know if I was supposed to talk to that ghost. It said talk. Oh, jeez. Another one. Even ghosts aren't immune to kill animations. Get wrecked. That's the end of that. Lydia. Oh, I got a heal out there on right now. No! Warhammer! Get away! Lydia, take him out. Wait, is she T-posing? And her head's gone.
Are you a priest?
What is this bug? Maybe I need to foos her out of that. Let's try that. Nope. What is that bug? I've never seen that before. Is this a base game bug? She got wrecked by the trap. Now she's stuck like that. Alright, now we need a container. Alright, let's use this urn. Oops. Alright, go ahead and give you one of these mini relics we have. Man, it's all the armor that I've been grabbing. I gotta stop grabbing that stuff. Alright, this guy looks like... Yeah. Thought you were gonna wake up, buddy. Whoa. T-pose Lydia. Got my back. Alright. Change it. Next. There we go. Container. That feels like an impossible formula to crack. TSA thing will be cities with another faction. I assume you're talking about when I was talking about the amount of effort to build out some of these things. And it's like, you know, I think it's the same problem with when people do the new world mods of just like, you have to do a minimal amount of work. Like, there's a reason that most of them don't make it to completion. You know, you see all these announced, and we get, you know, one big Bethesda world space mod every couple of years because it's such an undertaking. So I'm pretty reluctant to take on anything that feels like that right now. I want to wait until I want to slowly make our way up there. Like it's you know, we want to, you know, it's been interesting with, for example, Yeah, sure, I'll take it. With going over to Starfield, we had to go back to doing smaller things because there's been a lot of limitations on the modding we can do. We got to learn the tools, so starting smaller is a good way to learn. There we go. So I know there's gonna be a lever on here somewhere. And so, but in general, our goal was to keep getting to slowly get to bigger and bigger projects so that we can slowly creep our way to doing, you know, something the scale of a world space or whatever. But it's a long way to get there. Like we went from, you know, needing a little bit of level design to getting to that point is, okay, we need to have, you know, level design becomes like a primary focus of your team. So we're just not built for that kind of stuff, even though it's appealing, the idea to have, you know, like a town or a planet or a city or whatever, depending on the game, that we can do whatever we want in. Like, that's very appealing. It's just also intimidating as hell to actually pull it off. You ain't fooling nobody. The world mod Olenveld released tonight for Skyrim. Oh, that's awesome. Has anybody played it? How is it? Good night, Captain. Okay, now I gotta remember how this little puzzle works. Got whale, whale. Snake, snake. Eagle, eagle. Is this gonna be one of those ones that's just like as obvious as it seems? Like those two. I feel like I just gotta try the obvious. We'll take our lumps if that is incorrect thinking. Where's the switch? There it is. Nope, simple as that. Okay. Oh, sir. Give me back Lydia's animations. Literally just came out 3 hours ago. Oh wow. I saw a trailer for it recently. Like earlier this week. I thought that I didn't realize that it was, I assumed with a trailer because I did the usual a lot of people do of cutting the trailer before the very end. I thought it was like an out now type of trailer. So it must have been coming soon. Oof. Oh, was this not even a path forward? This was just like a extra goodie chamber I just found? Or did I get all turned around? I think this is where I came in. No, I think I need to go ahead here. Move, Lydia. Broken Lydia, move. Thank you. It's gotta be up. There we go. Okay, this feels like something's about to go down. Yep, there we go. Good buddy. Oh wow. You're taking some hits. Oh, please tell me Lydia didn't get trapped outside. I think she did. Alright, we're gonna just go ahead and grab the drum. I'm gonna hit my carry weight max. Alright, we're gonna grab this. We're going to do, drop some stuff in here. Store. Just hang tight, sir. I'll be with you in a moment. Let me organize my inventory before we fight. It's only fair. Alright, what was that scroll I grabbed? Is that going to be useful right now? Scroll. we could use this. Use. No, no, no. Don't use another one. Lydia, I needed you. Oh, and before I forget, because I am gonna forget. Beast Empire. Sir, don't mind me again, just taking care of some minor commerce business. No. There's that level up. Yeah, well, there's a free heal if we need it. Oh, well, it was right next to me there. Uh-oh. Oh, you got some friends now. Oh, this is his. Oh, this is like his little gimmick, right? Summoning clones that I gotta deal with. We borrowed this little gimmick for Falkreath out later. Spoiler alert. Hello, sir. Oh wow, I got an enchanted item off of one of his little subspawns. Don't mind me. Just gonna organize a little more. We'll be right back with you, buddy. There we go. See, no problem. No problem. I heard some arrows hitting. Where did that come from? Oh, Lydia finally made it. She's shooting arrows at him from in there. Fantastic. All right, resto up to 30. That is perfect. All right, we're going to level up here. I'll take Magicka. And now we can get that resto perk I wanted. Oh, recovery. Here we go. That upgrading, and then is our one-handed sword, did we hit 60 with that yet? No, so I think that's what I need next to do. Yeah, to get that up. And then light armor, we hit 28. We need 40. Okay. Guess I should lure him over here by Lydia. Little T-pose Lydia. Take him out, Lydia. can't tell if she's actually doing anything because of the animation bug. Oof. Oh no. I just literally dodged in my chair. That's how I'm into this fight. I'm into this fight. I'm in. Got a little sideways shoulder shrug. Quit talking about it and do it, Lydia. Come on, Lydia, get him. See those arrows. Ah. Shout fail. Oh no, now my spellcasting stuck. Okay, let's try this again, see if I can get him with the shout. We got him. There we go. Whew. Okay, what do we got to give you here? Yep. I picked up a whole bunch of stuff from him. Okay. Now, how the hell do we get out of here? Do we just drop down here? Oh yeah, there's that. Okay. Cool. Oh, we put out the blue flame. Got it. Okay. Good old T-pose and Lydia. Alright, let's see if going through a load screen door unfreezes her. Let's save first. It'd be funny if she's just permanently stuck that way in my save. Okay, we can't go in here. There we go. Teasing, when you guys pulling off, I'm sure it will be good and not all have a reputation like you guys, so wait and see is worth it. Yeah, well I don't, and then that's the thing, like that's the only thing we have is our in this world is our reputation, so I want to be careful with it. So we don't want to just dive in and take on more than we can chew and then be forced to release it anyway just because that's what we spent our resources on. So I'd rather just wait and do it when we're confident we can do it justice. Alright, let's head over to Falkreath here.
Need something?
No, I just want to check and see if you got any money for me. No. Alright, well, we've been sending everything over to Whiterun, which is actually where we're going to jump. Collect some more cash here. See if we happen to trigger another upgrade on it. We've been giving it a lot of stuff. But I don't think we will. So the way you upgrade these is not just sending them gold. You also have to capture territory in the area. So we need to capture some more dungeons around here. We've already probably gathered a handful of them, just incidentally. But what do you got for me? Hey, there we go. 1,500 gold.
Need some?
Okay, now switch to the empty. Okay. All right, I think that's going to be a good place to stop. Shikar's still sitting there because we haven't turned the quest in. So I think he stays there until we turn this in. So let's save before I forget. Save. LP. What is this day? What did we say this was? Let me check YouTube Studio. I can't remember what day this is. Day 4. Day 4. End of session. Alright, let me try to miss anything in chat here. It's got voice acting and everything. People are going through it now. Authors collecting bug lists for 1.1. Cool. right, there we go. Hey, Kez. Well, you caught me right at the end as I'm leaving. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. We will be back on Wednesday with some more SS2. So thank you, guys. I hope you have a good night.